Maia Castillo, and I live in Harlingen, Texas, where I attend Harlingen High School South, and I'm a writer for Student Paths. You would find a Student Paths newspaper in my school's college and career room, where seniors mainly go to ask our liaison, Mrs. Perez, questions about applying for college, like how do I make a collegeboard.com account, how do I fill out my FAFSA, which is what I will be doing sometime this month because I haven't started mine yet. The way that your materials are used at my school, there's just a big stack of your newspapers, and it's next to her wall of flyers. It's just informational flyers about everything you can imagine. They're right there, they're obvious, and you see them right when you walk in. And she actually posted my article outside of her room because she was shocked that nobody knew about it. Maybe it's because I don't tell people, but when it comes to my accomplishments, I'm not really big about blabbing to everyone about it. But I probably should talk about it more, because I do have talent. What I like best about your materials is that you have a lot of real down-to-earth articles that a lot of teenagers can relate to. Me, myself. Recently I read an article about abusive relationships, and I have a close friend that has been through that, and I've been through that myself. And when I read that, I was like, wow, like this is what teenagers need to hear. This is what teenagers need to relate to. And Dear Savvy does just that. That's one of my favorite features of your newspaper, because they're real questions from real people and they're real answers from a real girl. And they're not just general questions, they're very specific. There was one about, I'm about to graduate, I don't know what to do, should I break up with my boyfriend or stay with him? And she gave real advice, and it's like a lot of people need to hear that, because a lot of people are at a crossroads in their life when it comes to graduation, and I myself, I'm realizing that graduation is actually kind of a big deal. Some specific things that I learned from your newspaper is your scholarship bulletin, and I learned that there are a bunch of weird different things that you can get scholarships for, like being able to make a duck call. Things that I'll do differently for my future, I've been considering a career in journalism for a few years now because I wanted to be a plastic surgeon, but I realized that I don't like math, so I don't think I could hack that. And English is my favorite, and I love literature, and I love writing. And when you chose me as a writer, that's when I realized that I really have potential to be a writer. Like, I was like, people actually picked me, so I must be good. So I think I want to really pursue this. And I think that as long as there's people out there, there's stories to be told, and I want to tell those stories. And like, your newspaper helped me realize that too. Like, I'm really into like the way people think and the way that people perceive each other. And writing isn't just strictly limited to like broadcasting, like tell a news story, talk about an event. You can give people advice, and I think maybe I would want to incorporate psychology with writing and be able to contribute in that way. I was filling out my applications for college a few months ago, and when it came to my activities, I wrote some long description that one of your workers, Eric, he left recently. He said, if you become a writer, you can write on your resume that you are a writer for a semi-national curriculum something, and I just copied it from my email, and that's what I wrote. It sounded really cool writing that. And once again, Student Paths is interesting and it's relevant to me and to other students because, like I said, it's not what you would expect from a newspaper geared towards college preparation. You don't just find tips on how to study and stuff like that. You find real issues and things that you can relate to. And I think that teenagers, with all the problems that they face and things that they struggle with, they need to read about things. They need to hear that somebody else has been through the same thing they've been through, because that's the most important thing when it comes to getting through anything, is hearing that you're not the only one. There's other people just like you, and Student Paths does just that. And I know when a student at my school picks up a newspaper and takes the time to read it, they're going to appreciate what you wrote, and I appreciate what you wrote. So that's my spiel for what Student Paths has done for me, and I hope I get to tell you next year how my post-secondary life is going.